everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have another Temu haul to share with you, so we will pretty much get right into it. I will put the links for everything down in the description box as long as I still have a working link. I know there is one item that is discontinued, so and then just before we get started, if you are watching my videos and you enjoy them but you haven't subscribed yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. That would be wonderful. So we will go ahead and get started. So the first items that I actually have two that I bought separately, but they're to go together, and they are nativity sets. So the first set that I got has Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus and a shepherdess and three little animals. So I will show you these. These I paid $18.69 for them, and this is sold out from the seller that I purchased from. So here they are here. So we have Joseph, Mary with baby Jesus, a shepherdess holding a little lamb. Then there's two other little sheep, as well as a donkey. So the other set that I got is a set of the three wise men. And these were pictured online looking identical, basically. I made the same way, but there is definitely differences between them. So the three wise men I paid $17.54 for. I did get a price adjustment. Currently they are $17.15. So they are made of resin, and they are dupes for the Willow Tree Angel Nativity Set. Significantly cheaper and also smaller though. I know I looked up the Willow Tree set and Joseph, for example. The Joseph in the Willow Tree set is 9.5 inches tall, and this is just 4.25 inches tall. So it's like basically double the height in the Willow Tree set, which, I mean, obviously then they're going to be more expensive. I'm sure they're better quality. I personally don't have the space to have a nativity set that large, but I really do like the look of them. So I thought this would be a good alternate. However, if I put the two different ones together, so this is one of the wise men and this is Joseph, I don't know how well you'll tell on screen, but there are definite differences between these. Now they are from two different sellers, so I guess that can be potentially expected, but I kind of like these ones better. My daughter initially had said she liked the one with Mary and Joseph better, but I kind of like how the wise men look a bit more weathered, like a little more distressed, because that is more like the Willow Tree Angels. So, and I really like them. The other thing is the painting on the set with Mary and Joseph is not as good. Not that the other one's fabulous, but it's not as good. Like, if you look at pictures, Joseph is basically supposed to have like a little goatee, not a full-on beard. So it shouldn't be painted all the way up. It's just supposed to be a small part here at the front that is painted. So I thought about whether or not to just return the set with Mary and Joseph and reorder another set of them to try and match them to the wise men, but because the photos online looked of similar quality, I decided that I'm just going to return both sets, and I've already ordered a set from a seller that includes all of these pieces in one set. So I will have them coming up in a future one. I'm really hoping they end up being more like this, but honestly I just want them to be consistent. So I do like them both. I do think they are really nice. I know there's probably a lot of people who don't necessarily like this sort of style, but I really like it. So just want them to match is all. So I have placed that order already, so I will show you that when I get it. The next item that I got is this vase. I paid $9.18 for this, and I did get a price adjustment. Currently, for the size that I got, it is 2008, and the size I got is just under 10 inches tall, and it's just over 4 inches in width. The smaller size that you can get is just under 8 inches tall, and it's just over 4 inches. It's the same width, it's just a couple inches shorter, and that one currently is $15.98. I believe it was with an up to 90% off coupon that I got this for the price that I did. It is made of ceramic, and then it's just got gold electroplating on it. So I do like it. I think it seems like a very nice quality. You know, it's got some weight to it, and I think it seems well made. I think the quality looks good. Opposite to what normally happens when you get things from Temu and it's not the size you're expecting, this is bigger than I expected it to be. And again, it's not because it's not accurate to what the listing said or that the listing didn't mention it. It's just, it said it was about 10 inches, and I just thought, okay, when I took it out, I'm like, okay, that's bigger than 10 inches, but it's not. I measured it. It is 10 inches. So, I do really like this. This is going to be replacing my silver bubble vase back there with the hydrangeas in it. So I'll be putting the hydrangeas in this to have this in my background instead. So yeah, super happy with this. Definitely recommend it. It definitely feels like nice quality. The next item that I got was a set of 2 license plate covers. I paid $8.05 for these. I did get a price adjustment. Currently, they are $12.98 for the clear ones that I got. They do also have them in a transparent gray color, and those ones are currently $13.98. It does come with a little screwdriver tool for installing them, as well as the screws and little plastic covers for once you've got, there's like washers, and then once you've got the screw in, there's like a little plastic cap for going over the top of the screw. So the listing didn't say anything about them as far as being anti-yellowing, so I'm really hoping that they do have that they're not going to yellow super quick. The last ones that I got when I got my new car a year or so ago, those went yellow so fast, and I'm almost positive they actually had said they were supposed to be anti-yellowing. Those I didn't get off of Temu. I think it was Amazon that I had got them from, and I should have, contacted the seller and maybe got a refund, but I didn't. So hopefully these will stay nice and clear. The next item that I got was a 10-piece set of silicone toe covers. So I paid $1.17 for these. I did get a little price adjustment. Currently it's 99 cents for them. And I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. I got these from my mother-in-law. They're just for putting on your toes so that your shoes don't rub on your toes. They will rub on the silicone instead. These are really squishy silicone. It feels very soft, and they have holes in them too, so you will be able to get some air to your toes, so your toes shouldn't get all sweaty or whatever from having them on. But yeah, so she has some trouble with her toes, just with rubbing and stuff, so I thought I would maybe get these and she could give them a try, and hopefully they'll do the job and stop her from getting her toes sore. So yeah, just cheap little soft things. I honestly think I might try. I don't really need them, but I might try them myself just to see. So you get 10 in a pack. It looks like they are all just the same size. So, but they're really stretchy and stuff, so that shouldn't be a problem as far as fitting it out over, all of your toes. So yeah, I think it's a really good idea if it works, and hopefully it will. The next item that I got is one of these tank tops that have the built-in bra. I paid $10.79 for this. I did get a price adjustment. Currently it is $7.28 for the white color. It is also available in black and gray. Both of those are currently $14.48. This one is available in plus sizes 0XL to 4XL. I ordered the 4XL. They are 92% polyester, 8% elastane. it's not my favorite fabric, I'll be honest. It is a little shiny. It's like a ribbed material, but yeah, it's not my favorite. I would have preferred it if it was more t-shirt like material. It feels quite synthetic. I feel like it would probably be, you'd get hot in it. I don't feel like it would be very breathable, so I'm not too keen on that. I'm not sure if they have different ones on Temu that are maybe different fabric. I have to return this one regardless. It is too big for me. It has like pads in here, and yeah, they're big. I do not have enough up top to fill this out. I did do the try on of it. You probably can't really tell because with these being, you know, pads and pretty formed, you know, you can't really tell that I have extra space in there. So I did like the length of it. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be a little shorter than it was, so that was a nice surprise. If I can't find a different one that maybe is different fabric with the built-in bra, I probably would go ahead and reorder this, just because I do like the idea of having the built-in bra with it. So just, this is not my size. I'm probably gonna have to go down to a 2X. My only issue will be then how it is around my middle section. So hopefully it's okay, but yeah, we'll give it a try because it is a nice quality. Like, other than not particularly liking the fabric a whole lot, like it seems well made. There's no issues with any of the stitching, and yeah, so I definitely would recommend it. Just know that it's not like t-shirt material. It might be a little hot, it might not be too breathable, but yeah, quality wise I think it's excellent, especially for the white one right now that's $7.28. That's like an amazing deal for that. So the next item I have is this open front cardigan. I paid $21.69 for this. Currently it is $23.24. It's available in 10 different colors. I'm not 100% sure what the color is called that I got. It's like an army green, or maybe they maybe called it olive green. I'm not sure, but I'm sure if you like this color and you want to find it, you'll figure it out. It is available in plus sizes 0XL through 5XL, and I got the 4XL size. I will say, I do think it probably is fairly true to size. I maybe would have preferred to have gotten the 5X just for it to be a little bit looser. It's not tight, but I don't know, just like it kind of to be a little oversized. So it does have a relatively long little ribbed cuff part, and it also has that larger sort of ribbing part down at the bottom as well. There are pockets in it. They're not super deep pockets, but you know, something's better than nothing. And it's just open front, so there are no buttons or anything on it, so you can't button it up. It is 46% acrylic, 28% viscose, and 26% nylon. It is nice and soft. It feels like very nice quality. I'm really happy with the quality of it. If I do end up returning it, it will just be because I want to get the bigger size, but it does fit. You'll see in my try on, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and I maybe shouldn't be trying to get it to be a bit oversized. So, but I really, really like it, and I could easily see going back and getting it in another color or two, because I think for the price, it's really, really nice quality. So yeah, definitely would recommend this. The next item I got was these cropped straight leg pants. I paid $7.49 for these. I did get a price adjustment. Currently they are $8.38. They are available in plus sizes 1XL through 4XL. I got the 4XL size. They only had the black color. The material is 100% polyester, so it's not my favorite. But, you know, I do think they fit well. I've always had an issue of if something fits me in the butt thigh area, I usually have a gap at my waist, and I don't have that issue with these. So I like that it has, you know, a nice thick elastic at the waist. It does have pockets, but I will say they are teeny tiny pockets. Like, there's really not much depth to them at all, so not necessarily super useful. And yeah, just straight leg, which is a style that I like. I know there's a lot of people who don't like the straight leg look, but yeah, no, I think they're a really nice style. I like them on. If I could have them in a different fabric, I probably would prefer it, but I'm happy with these as they are and will be keeping them. They seem to be put together well. Stitching seems good. So yeah, happy with these, and great price for $7.49 for a pair of pants, guys. Like, that's crazy. The next item I got was this floral long sleeve top. And I paid $13.99 for this. I did get a price adjustment. Currently, it is $13.11. It is available in sizes, plus sizes 1XL through 5XL, and I got the 4XL. This was the only color and pattern that they had on the listing I purchased from, but I'm pretty sure I've seen other shirts of the same style that have different patterns and just different listings. The material for this is 96% polyester and 4% elastane. It's relatively nice. It's maybe a little more slick. It is somewhat t-shirt feeling, but it doesn't have much stretch to it at all. And it definitely does have a little bit of a sheen to it. I do like the pattern of it, but it's one of the things that frustrates me with some of the Temu listings is when things are like that, like they just call it floral. Well, to me in the photo, it looked like the background was black, and I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, there it looks more navy. So it is actually a navy background, and I really don't wear navy. I think it's from, my high school years of going to a Catholic high school and having to wear a uniform. Not as strict uniforms as some of the schools have now, but still, it was navy pants or skirt for my whole time in high school. So I kind of got sick of navy. So I'm probably going to end up returning this, not because I'm not happy with the quality of it. Just I won't wear it. I know I won't. I just don't pick navy. So it does have like a flared kind of sleeve, kind of did they call that a bell sleeve maybe? And you'll see in the try on how long it is on me. It does have the dreaded back seam, which I don't like. Quality wise, it is pretty good. There is this little bit here of threads that are kind of hanging out at the top, but I'm sure that could easily be trimmed off. So I do think it is a nice top. I'm just returning it solely because it is navy. If it was black, I would be keeping it. The next item that I got are some moissanite earrings. They are not white moissanite though. They are lavender moissanite. So this is them here. I will take them out because with the black background, you don't necessarily see the color very well. I did pay $34.48 for these, and they are discontinued. I don't know. Maybe they'll come back, maybe not. I think at one point I liked them, and then I thought about getting them, and then they were gone. And I'm pretty sure when they were gone that time, it also said discontinued, and then they came back. So they may very well come back, but they are 925 sterling silver, and the stones, the moissanite stones, are 1 carat in size for each earring. They came with, you actually get one of these for each earring, which, I guess they're separate stones, but seems maybe a bit excessive. And it also came with this little soft velour kind of pouch for storing them in. So I will take it out and see. I don't know if you can see the color. Just a really different kind of pretty color, kind of a bloomy purple, and just pretty subtle. So them being 1 carat, they are about, I think it's 6.5 millimeters in width. So they're a half decent size. I'm hoping that I don't have an issue. I know my mom had got some moissanite earrings, and them being kind of big, they ended up kind of hanging from her ear as opposed to, sitting flush to her ear. So hopefully these will sit flush. I know there's the special backs you can get to stop that from happening if it is a problem. So, but yeah, no, so that works. So yeah. My ear's a little red from taking my other earring out and putting this one in, but yeah, I think that's super pretty. And like I said, just a little bit different to what you normally get. So yeah, I like that a lot. The next two items that I got were things that I got as free gifts with purchase. And the first one is this ring here. If you wanted to purchase this ring, currently it is $12.31 and it's available in sizes 6 through 10. It is 925 sterling silver. The stones that are in it are just cubic zirconia. It is a daintier ring than I was expecting. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit chunkier, but I just, yeah, it's okay. I also feel like it's maybe a little small. I got the size 10, and typically a 10 on this finger is not at all tight, and this is kind of on the tight side, and it's not even like a really wide ring. Sometimes wider rings you'll need to size up, but this is not that wide. I do think it's pretty, but yeah, just not quite what I was expecting. And my understanding, I've heard other people say that even if you get a free gift, that you can return it and they will give you a credit for the value of it. I don't know how people do that, because if I go in and try to click on this as if I was going to return it, well, it won't let me click on it to return. Now, whether I would be able to contact customer service and have them do it somehow, I'm not sure. But yeah, because I don't know that I will wear this. It's an okay ring, but I just don't see me wearing it much. So really, I would probably prefer just to return it if I could get the credit. But if I'm going to return it and get nothing for it, then I may as well hang on to it. So my next free gift was a pair of earrings. They are silvery colored flower hoop earrings. These, if you wanted to purchase right now, it says that they are $1.29 based on the link that was included with my order. However, I'm a little confused because I find it frustrating when you have the ability to pick from some free items. You don't really get the full listing, like if you were just scrolling the normal listings on Temu. So you don't get all the details for the item. But typically what I'll do is I will take a screenshot of the picture and then do a search on Temu for it. And I'm almost positive that when I did that, all that was coming up was 925 sterling silver earrings that looked like this. And that they were probably around like $10 or something. And yet, once the order went through, it said 0, and I didn't really look at it until I was prepping for doing the video. And then when I clicked on it, it took me to a link where they were $1.29. So they are copper and just plated in some sort of silver color. So I wouldn't have chosen them because I don't like jewelry that has the copper. I just feel like the coating just rubs off too easily, and then you're left with like the copper color showing through. So anyway, not that I can do a lot about it, and even if I could get a refund, $1.29, it's not worth my effort. So they are relatively pretty. They, like I said, they are hoops. There is like 3 little flower shapes on here, and then each of the flowers has like a little rhinestone in it. So I don't know. My mom might take them. She took a pair of earrings before that I thought she might like. I was just telling her that she might like these earrings I'd got from Temu, and she wanted them right out of my ear. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they're cute on. The copper puts me off. So I don't know. I might wear them. I'll wear them or I'll give them away. The next item I got was a lip stain. I paid $2.48. I did get a price adjustment. The current price is $2.24. This is available in 6 different colors. I got color 3. Doesn't have a name, just color 3. And it's actually the color that I am wearing today. So it's supposed to be non-transfer, long-lasting, and buildable. I will put it on my hand just to let you see the color. It definitely looks darker looked, in my opinion, than what it looked online. It's okay, I will likely wear it, but it definitely was more like a mauve sort of color, I thought. So, you know, it did feel kind of dry when I put it on, so I did put a lip oil over top after it had kind of dried down. But yeah, once it dries down, it just, yeah, it doesn't really, I mean, I think if you rub, yeah, if I rub, it will come off. So I don't know, maybe I need to leave it longer before I would do that to really see if it would be long lasting like it says. But yeah, I don't know, it's okay. You know, nothing wrong with it per se, but you know, it's not fabulous either. The next item I got was the 4-prong eyebrow pencils. Now, I have bought one of these before, and it actually is the same brand, if that's like QIC is what it says on it. So the one I bought before was also QIC, but it was like a pink packaging. I paid $3.56 for this. I did get a price adjustment. The current price is $3.56. The one that I bought before was only available in 4 colors. This one had 5 colors. So I got the dark brown last time, and I just have been finding that it's just too dark. Like, it almost looks black when I put it on. And maybe I'm being a little bit heavy-handed, but I'm trying not to. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and reorder. I was just going to order the same one again, but in the different shade, but I found this one cheaper. So I got the light brown this time. And like I said, this one comes in 5 colors. So it had a light brown, a dark brown, a reddish brown, a black, and a gray. The one from before did not have the reddish brown as a choice. So I did use it today. I was thinking potentially maybe I should have gone for the reddish brown, but quite frankly, I feel like this looks kind of reddish on me anyway. So I'm glad I didn't go for the reddish and just went for the light brown, but definitely think the light brown is better for me. Like I said, the dark brown was just too dark. Like, I just think it's strange when they have a black that the dark brown is almost black. So, but that is the color for the light brown. According to the listing, this would be for people who have like blonde hair and stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I think that's pretty dark for someone who is blonde. But anyway, I do recommend it. I do like it. The next item that I got were these beads. They are natural stone amazonite beads, and I got them in an 8mm size. I paid $4.99. I did get a price adjustment. Currently, they are $3.45 for the size I got. As well as the 8mm size I got, you can get them in 4, 6, 10, and 12mm sizes. The prices range between $261 and $674 depending on the size. So they are sold in 15-inch strand lengths. So if you're ordering a bigger bead, you're going to get less quantity of beads, whereas if you're ordering a small bead, you're going to get more quantity of beads. So it gives an approximation of how many beads you're likely to get depending on the size. So the 8mm size I got, it said approximately 45 beads. I did count, I got 46. So the smallest beads, which are the 4mm, it says about 88 beads. And the largest size, the 12mm, it says that you're going to get approximately 32 beads. So I do really like these. The only thing that I'm not as thrilled about is the picture on the listing. The strands seem to have a lot more variation in the color. I feel like this is a little more bland maybe compared to the photo on the listing. There's a lot that look the same color. You know, there is a little bit of variation, but it just seemed like in the picture there was a lot more variation from bead to bead. So I still like them. I definitely will use them. The next item that I got was a set of spacer beads for making bracelets. It was a 600-piece set. I paid $5.98. I did get a price adjustment. Currently, they are $5.97. They are available in silver, gold, and rose gold. The gold is currently also is $327, and the rose gold is $597, just like the silver. So they do come with 6 different styles of beads. So the first one is these are little flowers, and you get 50 of the flowers. Then these are little hearts, and you also get 50 of those. These ones are little stars, and you get 100 of the stars. These are, they call them faceted, so, and you get 100 of them. These are like flat discs, and you also get 100 of those ones. And then the last one is just round beads, and you get 200 of them. I haven't opened any of them yet. I looked at the listing again, and I can't see anywhere on the listing that says what these are made of. I would prefer if they were some sort of metal, whether it be an zinc or preferably at least stainless, if not silver. But they're super light, and I don't really want to open them if I'm not going to keep them. But I kind of feel like maybe they're plastic, so I'm thinking I might just return them. I don't know. I might have to open one just to sort of see, but if they're plastic, I don't want them. But yeah, I was hoping for like stainless, but I know other stainless, even though they are small beads and it's not like a huge quantity, they do have a little bit of weight, whereas this is like as light as a feather. So I'm inclined to think that they're maybe just like a plastic or something. Our next and last item for today is some more spacer beads. These ones are zinc alloy. It says it right on the listing. And this is what I mean by like a bit of weight. Like they're not obviously super heavy, but you know, kind of like equal amounts. Like there's 200 of these and there's 200 of them. And like there is a difference in the weight. So these I paid $1.39 for. Currently they are $1.58 for the size that I got, which is 3 millimeter. I really need to pay attention when I'm ordering beads, because I had some beads that I got from BB Craft when I did the video for them, and I really was thinking that these were going to be about the same size, and they're not. They're smaller. So I guess I need to be ordering at least 4 or 5 millimeter size, not 3. So, because these are teeny tiny. So you can get them in gold and silver colors. They were the same price regardless of the color. They do also have them in other sizes. So they have 4 millimeter, and those were $1.74. 5 millimeter are $3.18. You can also purchase a larger quantity. You can get a 400 piece set as opposed to these are the 200. And it just depends on the size of the bead, again, how much they cost. So with these being the zinc alloy, they will potentially tarnish a little, or, you know, if you are someone who reacts to that, then if you have the beads on a bracelet, you could end up with, you know, that kind of greenish color. So I'm thinking that, seeing as they're too small for what I was wanting, that if I'm going to return them to get bigger, I'm probably going to try and get stainless, or pay a little more and get silver ones. But the beads that I've gotten from Temu all seem to be pretty good quality. They, you know, they seem to be consistently sized. They don't seem to be rough. They always seem to be good. So yeah, definitely a good cheap place to buy beads if you are doing jewelry making. All right, so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to check my description box down below if you're interested in any of the products, because the links will be there. And if you are watching and not subscribed and you're enjoying my videos, please think of subscribing. That would be wonderful. And we will see you next time. Bye.